Okay, welcome to this gold analysis, and today is the 27th or 28th of July 2023, and yesterday was on the 27th, where we had these moves to the downside. So today I'm just going to talk about it with my bro, Yusef FX. So let's just do the analysis. Okay, you're welcome, bro. You know, I usually say something on these trading scene. There are a lot of people make some kind of silly mistakes. Are you getting it? I call them silly mistakes because actually they are not looking at structure. Should I call it structure or concept? Are you getting it? They just trade support and resistance, try to cut in between all these, what's it called? Okay, broken down. We should be selling down from there. I gave a warning this morning on the share on the channel, and I also sent it to you. A lot of people were trying to like, okay, this has broken. Let me do a support and resistance down here. That's silly because that's not actually how good behaves. I know good behavior. Are you getting good? Cannot just come back and break a structure and just start. They are good. A lot of other asset does it. Are you getting it? Well, if you notice me very well, usually I usually use a 4-hourly time frame and tell you that I train my 4-hourly time frame perfectly well, more than my other time frame, more than my daily, my weekly. My 4-hourly time frame always tells me what the market wants to do. And see the reason why I was saying some days ago that is that 9050 to 9053 demand zone going to be an inducement? You had me saying it in my last video, right?
Yeah.
You understand? So, and this was the place, I think, let me draw the place. It's going to be an inducement that's going to turn to a support. Are you getting it? And yesterday, it came out exactly how I projected it. It's not just even about predictions. It's about looking at the market the way you are supposed to look at the market. Are you getting it? Because this whole place right now, truly, if this is a break of structure, but yesterday I was not looking at actually looking at structure. I was looking at concept because this whole down is empty. I was saying that this whole area is still empty. You heard me saying that, right?
Yup.
Yeah, this whole area is still empty. So is this going to be an inducement or what? And actually, it turns into an inducement. Do you know what an inducement means?
Go ahead, please.
You don't know what an inducement means?
No.
You don't know what an inducement means? Okay. An inducement is probably piercing through, manipulating through an area, maybe a previous, let me just use the word manipulation, or probably use the right word. Maybe I've not used the right word. Let me go to Google and see if I can get the right English. Inducement in trading. Let me see what the meaning. If we talk about persuading and influencing, what inducement does in trading is persuade traders to enter into the market early. Then when inducement happens, their stops are taken out, and price move in their direction. Do you understand that part? You don't understand what I just read?
That means early buyers and early sellers, right?
Yes, that's early buyers. And let me just use the word, since it's a buy now, it's an early buyer scenario. Are you getting it? I actually gave anybody that took that trade yesterday and is in loss and closed his loss as in his position does not know what he's doing, because he does not know what an inducement means. An inducement, if we're talking about persuading or influencing, what inducement does in trading is persuade traders to enter the market. Then when inducement happens, their stop loss are taken out, and price moves in the direction of the market. Meaning that what I mean by is that the market needs to liquidate these two people. Are you getting it? So if you understand that the inducement concept, you won't have been even be entering any market for now, because if this is truly an inducement and you should go your way back after taking your stop loss, two things are going to happen. It's going to bring out something called liquidity. I won't put this in my video. I think I put this in my video, and I will show you the reasons how to trade an inducement from today. I think it's even in Bitcoin did it. Bitcoin did that inducement concept. Is a smart money. I will not call it smart money, but it's the normal concept. because we have not actually done what? We have not actually come to our major 0.5, 0.618 retracement level. So you know how we do it at Vision X now, right? What we
Okay.
usually do is that we trend the market. This was the last lower high we had. This was the last lower low we had. This was on that lower high. Sorry, let me come again. This was a higher high we had, the higher low we had, because this was a low. So it produced on that high, lower high. Then we gave us a higher low again, giving rise to another higher high, higher low, higher high. So this market was actually doing what? Trending to the upside. Should I use lines? Are you understanding what I'm doing here?
Sure.
Okay. So what we had yesterday was, we're on these move to the upside from, using this, what's it called, concept. We're moving in an ascending channel yesterday, which is an impulsive ascending channel, which means you know that it will break to the downside. They retest that channel, then break to the downside, then find on that break, doing that our ABC move I was telling you about, or you can even call it an Elliott wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which three always break down on the structure before coming down to go up. But whatever I'm saying here right now, don't get me wrong. We can reverse from here. There are two scenarios that we can reverse from here. But in this scenario, I will take all these lines off. In this scenario, don't just use one possibility if you are trading gold, especially if you are trading gold. I know the behavior of gold. That's why I'm saying that we'll come back up now. I will show you and you will see it happen. So two scenarios are always in gold. The first scenario is that if that inducement is not going to go in your direction, you will know this will hold. I don't know if you're following up.
I'm doing right.
Two things will happen is either we'll come back down or we will come back to this extent before going down. But let me explain how inducement works for you. In case of next time, in case you see what is happening today now happen to you. Now, this is how inducement works. Sorry. Let me undo. Sorry. This is how inducement work. I don't use this I don't use that support and resistance when an inducement happens. Because if this was an inducement to the downside, which normally before yesterday happened, this was a coming. This was a break of structure to the upside, which did a retracement back to demand. Follow up this particular concept I'm showing you right now, which came back to the area of demand. Are you getting it? And it's supposed to do what? Continue to the upside. But let me play all the scenarios happening now for you. Now, because of this now, smart money is playing with the head of everybody. But I've told myself that they are done playing with me a very long time ago. Do you know why? Because I try to find out concepts, not just what structure is doing. If we look at what structure is doing, this is a double top. Are you getting it? And a change of character, which you know how we do it at Division X. Like this is a double top, and the only way we can confirm double top is when we have a change of character to the downside, which means that the market should continue doing what? Will not start falling to the downside, even breaking 1940. But why I am not doing that double top thing and letting it get into my head is because this market is still what? Bullish. And we are trading in between 1930 to 1940 area, we're trading between 1940 and 1980. So what I tell you would do, what I tell you should do if you are even entering the market any day, always wait for your major areas of value, meaning that always wait for either buy from your previous area of value. What do I call area of value? Where price touched previously, either a support or resistance, or where price has touched more than 2 or 3 times. This was the first resistance, second resistance. We came for the third resistance. Now we're at the fourth resistance. Have I given you any concept on the fifth resistance? Do you know any concept I've talked about fifth resistance before, Yusuf? Hello, are you there? My bro. Hello. Okay, let me continue before you come back. So I was talking about these major areas of value. Since price has touched these areas, know that the price will come back to that area again and touch it. So I am not going to trade in between, as in I'm not going to take trade inside this whole area. All I want to take trade from is either I'm selling from here or I'm buying from here. It will save me more. Well, I'm trying to explain the concept of this inducement that is happening right now for you. There are two types of inducement. The two types of inducement we have is number one, let me come. Number one is either we'll reverse to the downside from here, doing an ABC move before continuing to the upside, or we will come for the major. Look at this place. This is now the major supply. If we actually, no, not that you will not bring a price action perspective in. Liquidity has been taken. Look at those early buyers that I was explaining to you right now, since has been taken. The market has what? Come back to inducement. If we talk about persuading or influencing, what inducement in trading is, what inducement in trading is, what inducement does in trading is persuade traders to enter into the market early. Then when inducement happens, their stop loss are taken out, their stop are taken out and price move in the direction, in their direction, in the desired direction or in their direction. So what is trying to tell you right now is that two things are going to happen. Two things are going to happen. Or many things are going to happen. If you can see, this price has been taken and this price has been taken because there were a lot of stop losses under it or probably break evens. Are you getting it? So they have been taken right now. So that's the liquidity concept that has happened. And I know two things about liquidity concept. It's either it will hold 0.382 since it has restricted to the downside. Are you getting it? Which is already happening right now. Are you getting it? A lot of people think that, okay, like visionaries always say that if a market switches to the downside, are you getting it? It's supposed to retrace from 0.382 to the downside. Well, let me tell you something today. Since this market is retracing to 0.382 already and is going to the downside, it's supposed to be very, very long. Let me just say, okay, where is this Fibonacci trend extension? I'm trying to bring Fibonacci trend extension. Hold on, coming. My Fibonacci. Okay, my Fibonacci trend extension says that we must get to 0.786 if we retrace from 0.382, which is far below 1926 and 1933. I don't think the market is ready to go to those areas, even though it's where the major area of value is. The market still wants to trend to the upside, so it does not want to, let the what English should I use there? It does not want to let the confidence of the buyers are supposed to take this market to the upside fall. So it will try to do something today. And what is it going to do today? Check. Let me show you something. Now, a lot of people are taking this particular area. Now, two concepts now. A lot of people are taking this particular area, 0.382, to be a retracement, since this is a double top, which I usually tell you. But this market is a bullish market. So if it was a bearish market, it would do whatever you're expecting right now. But since it's a bullish market, it will not do it. Why would it not do it? The market is still a bullish market, which you know if I should go deep. It can retrace from 0.382 area. Why? Because it's a bullish market. It does not want to lose confidence in buyers, the big buyers. Are you getting it? So to do something that is going to give confidence to buyers by coming up all the way to supply, not resistance. Now, what do I mean by supply, not resistance? This is a resistance zone. So it's supposed to start falling from here. But it's not going to fall from here. Why? Because it's a bullish market, which it does not want to continue falling and buyers out, because a lot of people are buying right now. So since it's not going to fall from here, where is it going to go to? It's not going to fall from resistance. Are you getting it? It's going to fall from supply instead. So I will label this area supply. I'm giving you a very, very good concept today, right now. This is supply. This is supply zone. And this is resistance zone. This is a resistance zone. Are you getting it? So it's not going to make use of resistance. Instead, it's going to make use of supply. So don't get carried away. How are you going to know it's going to come to supply zone? whenever you break structure to the downside, as a market structure trader, you will be able to know this even without having this concept of inducement in your head. Are you getting? So whatever I want to do right now is coming back to 1975, 1976 area, from 1970 to 1976 area. So I'll take this area of supply and expand it and show you what I mean. It's not going to make use of what? 0.38 to this time. It's not going to make use of resistance also, because this is now supposed to be supply turn resistance. It's coming from 1976 areas. If you have not entered a buy, you can take a 150 pips from 1955 to 1970. That's a very, very good trade, because a lot of people are shorting that 0.382 right now. That's why they were seeing those reactions. But I'm not going to fall for that trap, because I understand the concept of an inducement already. So whatever I'm going to do, I'm going to take this whole shooting star candle as my area of supply. Are you getting it? That's a sweet 150 pips to the upside. A lot of people look for just 20 pips in this market daily. But here at Vision X, we'll get up to like 350 pips, 500, 100 to 250 pips on a daily basis, because the market is liable of giving you that. So I'll take this whole shooting star candle that brought this market down to break this, the bearish candle, which is a shooting star, down. Are you getting? So what I'm going to put here is that we have a sniper entry at the middle of that shooting star, and which is corresponding with 1977 or to 1973, 1970. Let me just say the whole area will be either from this area, or let me even take the whole green candle, because this was what caused the break of structure. Look internally, can you see any valid structure inside? It was just, even though I bring it down, they are not too valid. That's why I was even telling you on the 1 hourly time frame that this is not a valid 1 hourly time frame structure at the back. I don't consider this a valid, are you getting it? Valid structure. Are you getting it? So I don't consider that as a valid structure. So whatever I'm doing right now is that's why I told you that this is going to be an inducement, because I didn't consider that particular part as a valid structure. So you can see that we broke that to the downside, taking those early buyers out as inducement. So you have to have a lot of concept in your head, not just being an ordinary trader. Now, see, imagine that we've taken this out. We took this out also. We brought early buyers in. An inducement is a structure that moves in your direction after taking you out, causing you mass pain. So whatever I did some days ago was just accumulation, spring, mass pain, and go. I believe you guys have heard me talk about that particular concept before. So I'm bringing a lot of concept into this market, not just looking at one concept, not looking at structures, not looking at head and shoulders pattern, not just looking at price action. I bring a lot of concept, I work them in and try to think about what are these smart money guys doing? What is the strategy they are using? Are you getting it? Bring all of them together and catch their footstep by knowing that definitely this is going to turn to. So if you're following up very well, you should know that this is a concept that is going to turn to liquidity, bringing early buyers in. It has happened. It happens in gold all the time. If we go back, I can show you all the liquidity concepts they've used. Go and watch any of my video on YouTube that I tag good liquidity concept. So right now, what is happening? What's happening? You have to follow structure also. And if you have to follow this structure, you can see that even this market that you are trying to short from 0.382 has turned what? Bullish. How? Because, let me go to the lower time frame and drive this for you. I'll give you another what you can use also to know if this structure was the last lower high we had there. So this was a change of character to the upside. Are you getting it? And this was a break of structure to the upside. So until any of this structure breaks to the downside before you can even turn bearish. But right now, this structure is still what? Bullish. Until a structure breaks to the downside before you can call it what? A change of character to the downside. A shock, like what happened on the 4-hourly chart right now. So from here right now, majorly on the 4-hourly chart, this is a shock giving rise to a head and shoulders pattern, which is bringing a lot of sellers into the market right now, because they consider that if this is going to be a double top, we need to break this. So they are going to try to manipulate a lot of people in the market today, mess a lot of people's heads up, But I will not get messed up because I know their plans, I know all their setups already. I will not get carried away. What I will just do is that if I have not bought from 1948, 1950, I will enter from this 1952 entry right now. And I think I'm in some position already. And leave this market to continue doing what? Find this thing here, go up, come down. Just continue trending to the upside until we get into this supply zone. Once we get into that supply zone, you see a sniper sell to the downside to 1940 to take all these people off again. So can you see how inducement works now? That's just how inducement works. So if you're on the lower time frame, don't get carried away. Make sure that you are looking at your 4-hourly concept. Now, why are people saying that? Why am I still saying that we are bullish in this market? Now, we have to be driving this all this while before. If we come from the daily or the weekly time frame perspective, on the daily, look again, we have a break of structure. So we have to come down, do a retracement to the downside before we can get on that impulse. Whatever is happening here right now is just internal. Don't look at them. Look at what your higher time frame is saying so that it can give you a bias. If you want to take a buy from here, leave it to run. You can leave it to run for as long as you want. Are you getting? This is daily right now. So if I should mention the daily, what market usually does is what? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So until this low is broken, you should know that you are still in the market. And is the market even giving you any bullish signals, any uptrend signals? Yes, because the concept is used in this particular place to break to the upside is a falling wedge, which is a bullish continuation pattern. Aside from that falling wedge, what else again? The market retraced from 0.5, 0.618 Q zone. You can see, and it even gave you a bullish reversal pattern on that Q zone. If you go to the 4-hour chart, what did it give you on that Q zone? You saw a W pattern, which is what gold is mainly known for. So your W pattern right now, it expanded giving this gap. So it's trying to fill all this gap by doing all this liquidity concept it has been doing since yesterday. So if the market has not broken to the upside, breaking above all this major previous resistance, you would have known that you should have not buy from here because the market has tendency of doing what we did yesterday to the downside to fill all this gap. So if I should remove all this dirty and show you very well why that place is a gap, is that definitely you would have seen me drawing this particular gap. There is a gap here. Has it filled the gap correctly? I don't think so. And why would I say I don't think so? Like this market might just even continue breaking to the upside from here because it did a double top and broke structure to the downside. So it's supposed to come back to, a supply zone and find supply again and come down again, breaking structure to the upside. So once it does do a 4-hourly, what's it called, shift the way it's doing on the lower time frame here right now, know that this market has switched to the upside and was able to find our W pattern to the upside again. So once you see this, you can put your stop loss under here and start buying from these whole places to take this market because then it's going to come for the 5th touch. And take this home today. Whenever you see your markets, the more touches you have on a particular resistance, the more it's likely to break. And the 5th touch always does what? Break that particular market. So whatever I'm doing right now, take note of this particular video. It's very, very important. Because from the daily, your market is what? Bullish already. It has given you this bullish signal already and are reversed. Are you getting? So first of all, have that concept from your head that this market was doing, what's it called? It did an impulse. If I should take this, well, did an impulse, did a retracement, did an impulse again, did a retracement. So it's doing an impulse again. So whatever is happening in between here right now is just noise. So if you have been buying from here, your stop loss is under here. Anywhere you see any buy, you buy from there. You should know that we are going back to the upside. So whatever is happening in fundamental news, inducement, this and that, don't get carried away. Focus on what price is telling you on, are you getting it, on the higher time frame, and try to see how they are trying to manipulate people and take them out of the market and don't get lost into it. Are you getting it? So whatever is happening right now, if you are not buying from 90, if you are not taking this trade to 1970, 1975 already, just wait. But if you're on the lower time frame, you should know that You should only buy, not sell. The trend is your friend. The trend will not fail you. And what is it doing to you right now? People have been selling from here thinking that we'll continue the downside, but the market has done what? Continue breaking to the upside. So if you're ever confused, use the 3 minutes. Don't use the 5 minutes. Don't use the 10 minutes. Don't use the 30 minutes. Don't use the 1 hour. Don't use the 4 hourly chart if you want to drive this particular price action. It is very, very clear, very, very clear if you are using a 3 minutes time frame on gold. So I'll go to my 3 minutes time frame and see whatever is happening here. You can see that it's very, very, very sweet to trade because it's giving you that concept you are not seeing. Look at what are you saying? To continue to the upside. So here becomes a new demand zone. So you might not even get to that demand, but it's trending perfectly well. If you don't know, let me do something for you. This market is trending perfectly well on the 3 minutes time frame. So I usually use 3 minutes time frame sometimes also to trade my market. I get it. To trade the lower time frame, probably if I want to scalp. Look at what the 3 minutes time frame did. It came into our inducement, what I say inducement. It came into our Q zone, 0.5, 0.618, and did what? A W pattern. Gold never lies. Trust me, gold will never lie to you. The market is clean. It's because you don't know the time frames, the concepts, the inducement, the manipulation, every other thing. Gold does whatever it wants to do on those lower time frame, and it has been sweet on the 3 minutes time frame. If you have seen this morning before I even came online, you would have known that this was an impulse and a break of structure and a retracement to the downside, which did that W pattern good and is going up again. And a lot of people are still trying to short it on the 1 hour, 4 hourly chart, trying to see who can go down. Gold is trending to the upside massively on the 3 minutes time frame. And as you can see, if we even take that particular one off, you can see that if you have been on that 3 minutes time frame, you would have been able to use your fib trade extension to tell you where it's going to. You'd have taken that first take profit at 0.786. Look at it. Take profit. Now it's sold down. Now let's check again. What is happening? Bring your Fibonacci tools in from here to here again. It takes years to get this right. It takes years now. Where did we reverse from? Look at trending perfectly well. You don't know. 3 minutes. Look at what's 3 minutes doing. Brought back 0.5, 0.618 again. What did it do? A morning star, which is a reversal candlestick to the upside. A lot of people are on the 1 hourly chart right now, don't know what is happening on the 3 minutes or the lower time frame chart. Trading it as in trying to short the market. It's going to do everything it's going to do to continue to the upside. Are you getting it? Break above again and continue trending to the upside. So the 3 minutes time frame is even sweeter when you are trading the market. It took me years to build everything you are seeing here. So whenever I tell you that take a buy, don't sell, you should know that there's a reason I'm saying that, because this market is what, even though you come to the 15 minutes time frame and you're not seeing anything clearly, the market is trending to the upside. It's trending to the upside. Look at the trend. Continue breaking structure, forming higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, on that higher high again, higher low, higher high. So if you're even scalping these structures, you would have been taking, like today now, you can even take 30 pips, 20 pips, 50 pips, if not more than 30 pips, 1955 to 1948, 100 pips, okay, this impulse, 1943 to 1955, 120 pips, 1948 to 1959. That's over 110 pips. On that one is coming again now. On that 150 pips is coming. So why are you complaining that you're losing money in the market when you don't know what you're doing? So I have only 8 minutes to go on this session so I can upload the video for you guys to see. I'm just trying to show you entirely how this market does what actually works. And the inducement concept is telling me already in my head that we are not going to make use of what? We are not going to make use of this supply, or what's it called, this support. Instead, we are trending to supply. We are not going to make use of this resistance. We are trending to supply. So what's it even showing you on the 3 minutes time frame or the 5 minutes time frame? It's trending perfectly well to that 9070 area. So you would have caught today now, okay, since yesterday, you would have caught this, what's it called, this change of character to the upside and waited for this retracement. You would have entered from 1948 area. You'd have caught this 1958, 100 pips, and you would have entered again from here to cash another 100 pips, enter again, until you get there. But when we get to this area, something is going to happen. Let me show you something. When we get to this area, something is going to happen. When we get to this area, it's going to sell down. Are you getting it? A lot of people now start entering, like, why? Because we've gotten to 0.618 retracement levels already. It's going to start manipulating and taking people out. So when we get to these areas, are you getting it? It's going to sell down to this area. Then I'll take profit from 1965, 1967 area. From 1962 to 90, I'm taking profit from 1962 at first, then wait for it to sell down again and enter again to take a sniper 1973 to 1975 sell again to the downside. Take a profit, my profit at 1940, 1942, then wait for that shift again to the upside, W pattern shift again, or any bullish chart pattern to the upside, and continue this market to 2050. That's what I have for you now. And if this video is too confusing for you, trust me, you need to spend the next 2 or 3 years learning all these particular concepts and how that particular market you want to start trading behaves. I'm not scared. This market is going to go to 9070. I can put my money to it. This market is going to go to 9070 by using this trend on the 3 minutes time frame. So I'll be on the 3 minutes time frame. Probably because it's too scanty, I'll go on my 5 minutes time frame and just be here and be looking at trend happening. Are you getting? Look at the trend happening, knowing that we're selling to 9, we're buying to 9070 already, and invalidating all these what's it called, Fibonacci levels, because it will invalidate all the Fibonacci levels today. Because right now 0.382, you are still at 0.382. Trust me, to invalidate it during the New Year session. Come to 0.5, try to sell down, invalidate it. Come to 0.6, try to sell down, invalidate it, and come to sniper and take us down. Do you know how many people will lose money in all these concepts? Many monies will be lost because people will see that stop loss here and getting take us there. Then a lot of people will start buying and leaving their trade, putting their stop loss here. Come and take us out again before continue to the upside. That particular concept is in this particular concept I'm giving you right now is in Bitcoin. So if I can quickly run that Bitcoin analysis for you, if I still have it within the next 5 minutes before go this particular session. Let me show you. Okay, I think we have it. Do we have it? Okay, look at the concept here. Look at this was the concept. This is the concept. Are you seeing that liquidity now? After taking everybody off at the top, after taking everybody off at the top, what happened? Are you getting it? It's sold to the downside, liquidating everybody here. This is where we are right now. Now it's coming back to where this sniper entry. So once you take a sniper sell to come down and break this again before it will shift and continue to the upside. So that's the concept. That's the concept gold is about doing right now. Look at it. Take everybody off. It has taken everybody off right now. Come back to this sniper entry. Take everybody down again and form some kind of bearish thing in this area. Then take everybody down before it will shift W pattern and go to the upside again. So start buying from 1940 area. Are you getting your stop loss below 1930? Then taking everybody out. Then we'll continue our impulsive move on the daily chart to the upside. So this is what I have for you. I guess this is what it's trying to do around this area. By the end of the day, before it finishes doing that thing, let me show you something again. Before it finishes doing that particular concept, what will now happen? Go to your following time frame. By then, you would have seen that your right shoulder is complete because this was a left shoulder. See how long it takes to build the left shoulder. Now, this is the head. How can just the right shoulder be small like this when it had the build of the left shoulder manipulating and taking people out of the market? So it needs to do a complete right shoulder around here. I guess before going up, but whatever I want to do, I have it on my head already. I have it in my palm already. I'm not going to fall for their trap. So that means that at the end of the day, we'll now have a complete. Let me put on that. So we will now have a complete. Here's on that good. I'm trying to find on that good. And find that good. 2 minutes to go. Sorry, where are you? Okay, by then, look at my structure now. By then, we'll now have a complete head and shoulders pattern. Where are you? By then, we'll now have a complete what? Head and shoulders pattern. So all these structures have been drawn down for a long time right now, which the take profit, if you measure the take profit, is above our previous high. So I've done all this analysis down since, I think since March, since May, and I have all the concept, everything's going to do to get to 2050 back already from this particular image I've drawn here. This image, I think I posted it on the group. I posted this on the group and it's coming out what 100%. Are you getting? So I'm not going to get carried away. I'm not going to let this thing fool me, knowing that the entity that makes us break below this particular previous support, and holding it and we're testing it, that means that we're selling all the way down to this particular area of value. So if you don't have the concept of all this particular trade in your head all the way from the ups, from the higher time frame perspective, you're just going to be thrown away all the time in this market. So this is what I have, and these have been drawing it. These have been trading it since January, December, then November, December 2022, all the way till July till now. So try and upgrade in your lessons, your studies. Trust me, the market is really good. Gold is very, very sweet to trade. This is what I have for you for today. So anything that is happening, follow up. I'm not saying that it will come out 100%, but you are trading structures. Don't let it fool you. Are you getting it? Don't let it fool you. I won't even have silver also. For today, we are at the downside, looking at whatever is happening with what? Good. So this is what I have for you today. Yusuf, are you still online? Yusuf is not there. So we have a break of structure to the upside. This becomes my new demand zones. Are you getting it? So the market might come down back to this demand, find demand and continue going. Take care and bye for now. Bye-bye.